Are you still in a feeling of despair and hopelessness? Does it feel like nothing is going right? That everything that you're reaching for seems so far away? Does it feel like nothing is going your way and that everything is falling apart? The energy of the dark night of the soul, that energy of complete despair, that lingers. So we're in this lack mentality and we forget what we do have. We're constantly concentrating on what we don't have, and this actually brings more lack into our lives. So it's time to flip the script. And how do we do that? We do it with gratitude. Start to be grateful for the little things, and they will soon turn into big things. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. This is the thing. When we're in the dark night of the soul, or when we're in the journey and we're struggling to get out of the mud, it's like we're walking through sludge and we just can't move. And all we think about is how everything that we're reaching for doesn't seem to be manifesting. And this is it. We just complete lack, complete despair, complete hopelessness. And we're like, nothing is going right. I feel like shit. I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like I'm not worthy. I feel like I can't manifest anything. And we're in this kind of woe me mentality. And I don't mean this in a bad way, because I was like this a couple of weeks ago. And I was in this deep dark night of the soul. And I fucking hate that energy. And I did a video on this last week. Like, it's literally this energy of, everything is shit. Like, everything is so fucking shit. And then, like, you're still manifesting. You're still moving forward. You're still, like, the difference, I think, with the dark nights of the soul we had at the start of our journey in comparison to the ones we're having now is at the start of our journey, like, when we were in dark night of the soul, it was complete depression, spiritual depression. Like, it was like, I have no energy, I have no motivation, I can't do anything. But even with this most recent dark night of the soul, I was still able to do things. I was still creating, I was still manifesting, I was still succeeding. But when we're succeeding in the dark night of the soul, we don't see it as success. We just think it's just another day. And all we're thinking about is what we don't have. And that's one of the biggest things that we keep thinking about, is what we don't have. And that's not how you manifest. If we're constantly thinking in lack, this is a negative mentality. So therefore, we're literally saying to the universe, like, I have nothing, and like everything's bad and everything's just worse, and I fear this happening and nothing's going right. You're like attracts like. So what you think you're actually manifesting. So therefore, like, you're in this deep depression and this darkness, and you think nothing is going right, and it just feels that way. But it's like you can't see the wood for the trees. And that's the thing, you know what I mean? Like, everything is still manifesting, everything is still unfolding and flowing into place. But because we're in that dark cloud, all we see is the obstacles, the challenges. And it's like, this one thing after the other, I have such a run of bad luck, all this kind of stuff. But the minute you say I have a run of bad luck, you're just going to attract more bad luck. And you just have to flip it. Like, for me personally, when I was in the dark night of the soul this time, I didn't know I was in it. And like, when I realized I was in it, I was like, oh, thank God. You know what I mean? This energy of being completely in despair, completely in this victim mentality, this woe me mentality. Like, I couldn't get out of it. But the minute I realized it was in the dark night of the soul, it helped me to kind of go, oh, thank God. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. I can't see the fucking light yet, but it's there and I'm going to be fine. But it was on Monday. It was on Monday that I realised, it was the day of my birthday. And this year for my birthday, I was going to do absolutely nothing. And initially I was in this energy of, I'm nothing to do. And I'm so sad because I'm not celebrating my birthday. And I did celebrate. I got myself a few nice things. And what I did, I sat there that morning. The sun was shining through the window. I had my dog on my lap, my cat beside me. I was just about to do my meditation. And I was like, initially I woke up that morning, I love my birthday. I love celebrating my birthday. But I woke up that morning a little bit sad because I was like, I had no plans this year. Why did the universe tell me not to do anything? And I sat there for a few minutes and I just looking out the window and I was like, this is why. My dog is here, my cat is here, the sun is shining, and I'm at complete and utter peace. This is all that I need to celebrate. That's this contentment. And I was like sitting there for a minute going, this is why. The universe is telling me you don't need material things. Right now, you have everything that you need. And instead of going, I don't have this, or I want this, or I want this, I was literally there kind of going, this is what I'm supposed to do today. Be content, be happy, be grateful. And this gratitude just washed over me. And I was just like, this is the best gift I could get on my birthday. It was literally peace. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't have to do anything extravagant to know that I'm abundant, or that I'm loved, or that I'm cherished, or that I have support, or that I have this or that. I literally had the perfect gift right there. My fur babies, the sun shining, and about to do my meditation. And I was just like, this is why. I've done this before with gratitude. Gratitude is something we need to do in order to manifest. But we forget. When we're in this lack mentality, everything around us is going wrong, and we're in despair, and we're striving for something that just seems far out of reach. And I remember this a few years ago when I first started using gratitude. You know, I was actually getting out of another toxic relationship. I was living on my own again, and I was in complete despair. I was outside, I was crying, I was reading The Secret at the time, and I was learning the law of manifestation and the law of attraction. But I was sitting there crying, and I was like all hopeless again, and I was like, oh my God, my life is shit, I have absolutely nothing. And then I was like, hold on now. I'm just after getting out of a toxic relationship. I have a home, I have a job, I have my friends, I have my family, I have my fur babies, I have my car, I have my health, I have food. I was like, wow, this is what it is. We're not rich because of our material possessions. We're rich because of our close possessions, our human possessions, in a sense, like as in our human support system. You know what I mean? Health, well-being. You woke up this morning, that's something to be grateful for. You know, you have food in the press, that's something to be grateful for. You have fur babies, you have love, you have that abundance in your life. Abundance does not have to mean money. It means contentment. And that's the thing. And once I flipped the script and I started to feel grateful for the little things, then bigger things started coming in. And this is what's happening again for me. It's like literally I was in this energy of nothing is going right. But it is. It fucking is. Just when we're in the dark night of the soul, it's like nothing's going right. And you're like, yes, it is. It fucking is. But you're just like in this darkness and you can't see out, and your blinkers on, and it's just like, I know that it's going right. It is going right. But we're constantly, this is the thing, and this is why we don't manifest as quickly as we want to, is literally we're going, I don't have this, I don't have this, I don't have this. Instead of saying, I have this, and I have this. The more you're grateful for the present moment, the more you're grateful for the things that you already have in your life, that actually attracts in more. But if you're thinking, you have to change your mindset. Like, it's like literally in this energy of want, need, desperation. I don't have this. I feel empty. I have nothing. Do you know what I mean? You're literally manifesting an energy of lack, and that actually attracts more lack into your life. But if you flip it and say, I'm content, I'm happy, I'm so perfect as I am, then the stuff that you desire will come into your life. And this is the difference as well. Like, you know, I love everything in my life, but like when I was in the dark night of the soul, every day was kind of a mud day. Do you know what I mean? Every day was like, okay, I have to do this today, and you know, it's just like, oh, I'm on my own again, or it's just, I'm so sad. Do you know, this kind of energy. And like, you know, over the weekend, or over this week and the weekend, after that gratitude feeling on Monday, everything just started to feel really good again. You know what I mean? I wasn't feeling lonely, I wasn't feeling sad, I was just feeling really good in myself, and I started to believe that everything that I want is right at my fingertips. I just have to stop pushing it away. Because when we're in this darkness and this lack mentality, we're actually pushing away what we desire the most. We're blocking ourselves. Because it's this big butt energy. I keep talking about this big butt. Do you know what I mean? We're literally in an area of like, I want this in my life, but I don't think it's going to happen because I'm not good enough. Or I don't think it's going to happen because it's so impossible. Or this. We have excuses for everything. So every time we're trying to manifest, we're literally saying, but this can't happen. I want this, but, and we're saying want is the wrong word. We said desire. You know what I mean? You know, we're desiring these things. We have to remove the need. We have to stop feeling like we don't have what we want or what we desire. Like, this is the thing. When it comes to manifestation, gratitude as well. Not only should you feel grateful for the things you already have, feel grateful for the things that you want to manifest into your life. And this is the thing. You literally say, thank you for this loving relationship. Thank you for this abundant career. Thank you for the support I have. Say it as if it's already real. So like, instead of sitting there going, I'm lonely, I don't have this, and I'm lacking this, and I'm lacking this. You know, as I said, you're pushing it away. Feel content right now as if you have everything that you need, because you already do. And effectively, you already do. So forget about what you're manifesting for a minute as well. all you have right now is perfectly enough. You woke up this morning. You have the means to watch this video. You have food in the press. You've got fur babies. You've got family. You've got friends. Whatever you have. But even if you're on your own, you're healthy. You're happy. You're content. You know what I mean? You might feel lonely, but you can flip the script from being lonely and start to actually appreciate your own self. Like, solitude is beautiful if you like the company you're with. I don't know if I said that right, but like, that's effectively it. And you have to go from feeling like you're alone and lonely or without to feeling and knowing that everything you have is right there at your fingertips, and you have it already. Everything you have is perfect. You know, and I've been in this wave of gratitude all week. There's stuff that I had to get done, these obstacles I had to overcome. But instead of feeling like, oh shit, this is another thing I have to do, I was like, thank you for the support I have to do this. Thank you for the you know, thank you. I was like, thank you for this opportunity more so than fuck this obstacle effectively. So, you know, I started to feel happy and grateful for the things that were happening rather than feeling angry or, you know, in lack about them. So this is it. This is how you complete, like, first of all, understand that you're going through a dark night of the soul. That's one thing. But change it. You know, change your mentality from feeling like you have nothing to knowing you have everything. And just remaining happy in your own skin right now. Do a list. Gratitude journal is really, really important, or it can be really helpful as well. Do a list, okay? And people will say, I don't have anything to be grateful for, but start writing it. Just start writing it. Thank you for the roof over my head. Thank you for the food I had today. Thank you for my fur babies. Thank you for waking up this morning. Thank you for this. And like, your list will start small and you're just going to be like, I don't have anything to write. But your list will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you start to feel grateful for every little thing in your life, those little things will manifest into big things. And that's the thing. The little things are big things. When you feel like you're rich and abundant with everything you have right now, and it's not about material things. It's about that love, that support, that health, that well-being, you know what I mean? The means to wake up in the morning, the means to do your career, the means to do anything. You know, feel grateful for those things. You know what I mean? Like, we feel like we're struggling every single day, and this brings more struggle into our lives. But start to feel grateful for every little thing in your life. Everything. Like, you know, the simple thing of me opening the fridge and there's food and I say thank you. You know what I mean? Anything that good that happens to me, I say thank you. You know what I mean? I feel grateful for the little things in life. And the more I say thank you, the more abundance flows in. But the more I feel like I have nothing or that I'm missing something, the more lonely or the more longing I feel. Whereas if I just feel grateful for what I already have, feel grateful for the things that I'm manifesting as if I already have them, this will all create things more abundantly and quicker into my life as well. Like, you know, it just brings in that, it changes your energy. It just changes your energy completely. You're going from feeling like you're missing something to knowing that you have everything. And this is the most important thing. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a free discovery call today. Nothing more than to help on your path. Also, I have another channel called Aligning with Angie, where I share a guided meditation every week. The info for that is in the description box. And I'm also hosting an inner child healing workshop on the 4th of March at 6 p.m. Ireland UK time. It'll be a 19-minute workshop. I'll be doing a hypnosis, and we'll be doing some inner child exercises. Anything to do with fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, any kind of unworthiness issues. This would be a really helpful workshop. If you want information for that, please comment below.